Is there an advantage to betting the team to cover the spread prior to their bye week or just after their bye week? It seems to me intuition would say that when a team is coming off their bye week, they have 2 weeks to prepare for the next team, 2 weeks to take care of injuries. So maybe that would be the advantageous time to bet a team. Well, there's intuition, and then there's actual data and facts. So let's look at the actual data here. From 2015 to 2024, teams that are right before their bye weeks cover the spread at 55.6% and post-bye only 50%. The actual data here says that it's better to bet teams to cover the spread before their bye weeks. Now, this might seem kind of surprising, but this is what the data shows us, and this is where we would go. The text in red here just simply means I'm highlighting that. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's actually a good thing here. They're 135 and 108 pre-buy and only 142 and 142 post-buy. So there's no profit to be made over here. So it's actually the pre-buy teams that cover the spread at a higher rate. However, let's break this down a little bit further and look at home versus away. When we break it down like this, and what we see pre-buy is that home teams cover the spread at 60.5% and away teams are only at 50%. So that means it's actually the home teams that are carrying the weight pre-buy and nothing to do with the away teams. And this is a great trend all by itself. So in fact, this answers the original question. We want to bet home teams pre-buy to cover the spread. And I'm doing this blindly. I mean, this is a great percentage. Anything over 60% is amazing. But let's break it down into favorites versus underdogs. And what do we see here? So pre-buy home teams, the favorites are at 57.9%. The underdogs are at 64.2%. So really the underdogs are even stronger here when it's pre-buy home teams. But because both these percentages are above 55%, that's the minimum percentage that I set before I bet on a trend, then I would actually combine these two back into just the home teams pre-buy, 60.5%, very simple to follow. And this is something I bet blindly. And I'm glad I do because I'm winning at a really high rate. So what I did here was I broke this down into pre-buy teams, home favorites, home dogs, and away favorites and away dogs. On the right-hand column here, we have post-buy teams, home favorites, home dogs, away favorites, and away dogs. And what I really want to highlight are the actual advantages here. Again, over here in the pre-buy column, we have home favorites and home dogs are a good bet. And what's kind of sneaky down here on the bottom right are away dogs, 55.8% to cover the spread. Now, I thought that post-buy teams have more time to prepare for the next opponent. That sounds great, but maybe the sportsbooks already know that. They take that into account. But away dogs, maybe they're given more points than they actually deserve as an underdog. And because this is post-buy, maybe they perform better than what's expected. So that's hit at 55.8%. I've never actually bet on this particular trend, but I'll keep my eye on it. So once again, the big answer here is home teams pre-buy cover the spread at 60.5%. And that's where I'm going to place my bets. So what I'm going to show you next is a chart that shows this trend and how it's performed every single year since 2015. So this is a simple bar chart here. If you look at the left-hand side, we have to be over that 52.4% threshold to be profitable. In 2015, this hit at 57.1%, so it was profitable. In 2016, it hit at 58.3% and so on. All of these green bars, and the darker the green, the higher the percentage, have been profitable. So 8 out of the last 10 years, this has been profitable. It was only at 50% in 2018, so that's not too bad. And so far in 2024, it's at 50%. It's like 2 out of 4. But I'm anticipating that this bar over here is going to turn green before the end of the year. So this has been a consistent and very profitable trend for many years. So one more time, the answer here is bet the home teams pre-buy to cover the spread. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this helps sharpen your betting strategies. And like I said, this is a trend that I bet blindly ever since I learned about it back in 2022, and it has been profitable. Have a good one.